On Saturday, Anthony Joshua was dethroned in his heavyweight title bout against Andy Ruiz. The 29-year-old suffered the first loss of his career and was put down 4 times on the way to a 7th round stoppage at Madison Square Garden. His loss got us thinking about what parts of performance mindset are important and what does it take to not only become a champ but to maintain this level over time. There are some key sports psychology and mindset factors that champions have, and by understanding these we can look to improve our own minds and in turn our own health and performance goals. This video was brought to you by Amino. It's our mission to revolutionise the sport and health beverage market using amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell below so when we produce more cool content like this, you'll be the first to get it. According to research, there are several areas we must consider when looking at mindsets of successful athletes and teams. These play varying roles and vary from player to player and from team to team, but understanding and finding your own unique blend is critical to getting better. Confidence is best considered a belief a person has about their ability to execute a specific task successfully in order to obtain a certain outcome. Years of sports psychology research tell us that confidence is the key differentiating psychological factor between successful and unsuccessful performance in a variety of sporting settings. Confidence, however, is dynamic, unstable, and susceptible to change based on a range of factors. This can leave athletes feeling like they have no control over it. This doesn't have to be true though. Athletes can take ownership and they can have more control by getting more practice in pressure situations, then their confidence will increase over time. Focus is the most misunderstood mental factor among athletes. Most athletes think of focus as concentrating on one thing for a long time, whereas it gets a little bit more complex than that. Research talks about the attentional field as everything inside of you, such as thoughts, emotions and physical responses, and everything outside of you, including sight and sound, of which you could focus on. Focus is the ability to attend to an internal or an external cue in your attention field. Prime focus involves focusing on only one performance relative cue in your attentional field. In other words, only focusing on a cue that helps you perform your best. Depending on the sport, the performance relevant cues can include technique, tactics, your opponent, the score, the time remaining, and many other cues. Prime focus gives you ability to adjust your focus internally and externally as needed during the course of a competition. Poor focus, in contrast, involves focusing on performance irrelevant cues in your attentional field. That is, focusing on cues that will hurt your performance. There are 2 types of these harmful cues. Interfering cues, those will directly hurt your performance, such as negative thoughts and anxiety, and a concern over who your next opponent will be, or irrelevant cues, those that simply distract you from effective focus, including what you'll have for dinner tonight and a project that you must have finished by tomorrow. When looking at why we do what we do as athletes, motivation is clearly an important topic. Athletes compete and practice in sport for a variety of reasons. These reasons fall into 2 major categories of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Athletes who are intrinsically motivated participate in sport for internal reasons such as enjoyment, whereas athletes who are extrinsically motivated participate in sport for external reasons such as material reward. Extrinsic rewards are central to competitive sports nowadays. Athletes receive publicity, awards, and money, among other things. Extrinsic rewards, when used correctly, can be beneficial to athletes. However, athletes in highly competitive levels of sport may experience decreases in their intrinsic motivation because of increasing use of extrinsic rewards offered by the media, coaches, and parents. Also worth noting is the ability to bounce back from a poor performance or a detrimental mistake is crucial to be a successful athlete. As much as athletes hate to admit it, failure is part of the game. A baseball player with a batting average of .3 has failed 7 out of 10 times at the plate. It's important to recognise that mistakes are part of the game. However, when an athlete places too much emphasis on his or her failures, performance begins to suffer. Athletes need to remain in the present moment and focus on the task in hand. It's difficult to focus on the present when the mind is occupied with an error that occurred 3 plays ago. Performance errors may cause the athlete to lose control of their emotions as well as diminish their confidence. The whirlwind of negative emotions coupled with reduced confidence only leads to more errors and further deterioration of performance. Developing mental toughness or resilience will help the athlete perform well in the face of adversity. An athlete who is resilient will be able to come back from setbacks and remain confident and focused in the present. What are your thoughts on why AJ lost? Do you think any of the factors above have played a role in his performance? If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like it, share it and subscribe to our channel. Please leave any questions in the description below and we'll try and answer as many as possible. Until next time, keep crushing it.